There is a satisfactory feeling when holding a flagship phone in your hand for the first time. It does not matter when the phone was announced, it might be 5 years ago or recently. Samsung S21 5G is a great looking device. I have been using this bad boy for a week now, and here are my thoughts. There is a huge difference when using One UI in a mid-range phone or a budget phone compared when using it to a flagship phone. Recently, I played with the Samsung A24 for some time, and switching to a Samsung S21 5G, the fluidity and animations on the S21 are way better. The experience has been amazing, and you have got to try a flagship Samsung phone before judging on how terrible the software can be. I'm not saying that Samsung S21 is a perfect phone, but for a phone that came out in 2021, today in 2023, this is still a killer phone to own. No mid-range phone coming in 2023 can have the same performance to this phone or even come close. Before we continue, this video has not been sponsored by Samsung. There are many reasons that one would want to choose a Samsung S21 in 2023. One might be the cost. The cost of this phone has dropped down significantly, and the second reason is the flagship experience. The Samsung S21 will receive 4 years of major software updates and 5 years of security updates. When it was announced in 2021, the phone shipped with Android 11 based on One UI 3. Since then, the phone has received 2 major software updates, and it is now running Android 13 based on One UI 5.1, and it runs smoothly on this phone. Samsung is really pushing the boundaries when it comes to software updates, starting with the budget phones, mid-range phones, and the flagship phones. All are receiving timely updates, which is a good thing for us consumers. This phone comes with a 6.2-inch display, which is crazy bright. At 1300 nits, you will have no problem using this phone in direct sunlight. The glass technology used is a Gorilla Glass Victus, which is resistant to shocks and breakages. With 120Hz refresh rate, browsing through articles has never felt this good. When you pick this phone, you get a 2x dynamic AMOLED which supports HDR10+ at 1080p. With 421 pixels per inch density, consuming content on this display is crazy good. All the colors are just perfect. The bezels are almost symmetrical and they are very tiny. This gives this phone a classic look and a more expensive look, especially in 2023. So I have a story to tell you. Before Samsung S21 5G, I had never used a display this good, and truth be told, this phone has really changed my life on how I view smartphones, especially flagship smartphones. The back is made out of plastic, though it looks like glass. I hear Samsung calls it something like glastic, a combination of plastic and glass, but I think it is just a plastic back. So I think I love the plastic back because plastic doesn't break easily, and also it provides an extra grip on this already slippery phone. For your information, the phone still supports wireless charging at 15 watts if you're wondering because of the plastic back. The buttons are all placed on the right hand side of this phone, and truth be told, they really feel nice when pressing them. They are tactile. A USB Type-C is also placed at the bottom where the SIM tray sits. Mine is a Snapdragon 888 phone, which is a 5nm chip and supports 5G, which is future-proofing my phone. 2 years down the line, the cameras are still very good. We have a triple set of cameras at the back, which are flagship level. We have a 12 megapixels wide main camera, a 64 megapixels telephoto camera, and a 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera. For the times I have used these cameras, they are still very capable, and there is no single photo that I took that I did not love. The colors are accurate and the dynamic range is perfect, especially when the software gets it right. Here are some picture samples that I took using these back cameras. The video quality is also good, with the back cameras also able to shoot up to 8K footages at 24 frames per second is mind-bending. The front-facing camera is a 10 megapixel shooter, which is also good and can record up to 4K at 30 or 60 frames per second. Compared to flagships released in 2023, I can confidently say that the camera quality goes neck by neck with those phones. Some might argue that the 4000 milliamps of battery is tiny. I think it is tiny, but for a 6.2-inch 1080p display phone, it is good. On a heavy usage day, I tend to get almost 8 hours of screen time, which is really good. But when I do some light work using the phone, I lasted a day on a single charge, which was really impressive, and I got to get home with around 45% battery remaining on my phone. We also have support for a 4.5 watts reverse wireless charging, and also Samsung DeX, which is flagship only feature. The battery is non-removable, so if you want to replace your battery, you will need to take it to a technician that will also restore water-resistant seal when changing the battery. The fingerprint is under display. Samsung uses something called ultrasonic fingerprint reader, which is crazy fast for an under-display fingerprint. You can also use face unlock, but I don't think of it as a more secure way to unlock your phone. So I keep mine off all the times to avoid unnecessary accident when looking at the clock. For flagships, unfortunately there is no audio jack, which is a bummer as I have wired earphones. In 2023, Samsung S21 5G is still a good phone to own, as it will receive updates up to Android 15, which is crazy. This is still a win if you get this device today, as you will have a compact phone, and also the performance is really good on the Snapdragon 888. Despite people complaining about overheating on their Samsung S21 5G, I haven't experienced yet overheating on my device. There are some things that I did not like about this phone. The 25-watt charging speed is slow. Charging this 4000 milliamps of battery takes like forever to charge to full. Other than that, this is a solid phone even 2 years down the line. If you're thinking about getting S21, go for it, and I can assure you, you won't regret your decision. For the time that I've been using my Samsung S21 5G in 2023, I have really enjoyed this device as it gets timely updates and the software is just amazing. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with a friend, and I will see you in the next one.